If you stay until the end of this video, you will be able to use the most accurate self-diagnosis tool in the world to self-evaluate. How is your health at this moment? Remember, what we are going to see is if you have the red light on, if you have the green light on, or if you have it on. A bit more red than green or a bit more green than red. Okay? Now, to revisit all of this from the previous video, remember that we talked about a battery. The battery has a negative and positive charge. When the battery runs down, the charge becomes unbalanced. This is called oxidative stress. The device works worse, and when the battery is completely unbalanced, it stops working entirely. Therefore, we need a new battery with a balanced charge. Well, that means the new battery with the balanced charge is the green functioning. The battery with oxidative stress, that is, with the unbalanced charge, is the red functioning in your body. Now, how can we verify all of this? How can I know this right now? Which one is functioning in me to know if I'm in danger? And do I need to do something, if I need to change things, or if everything is fine and I should continue the same? How do I know? Because look, there are people who supposedly lead a healthy life to everything, and one fine day, the doctor tells them they have a serious problem and have X months to live. Or worse still, while exercising, their heart fails. And it's over. And it turns out they apparently had a very healthy life, did everything right. Something wasn't being done right. Because if they had known this information that you are about to know now, they could have foreseen that something was failing and would have changed the red to green. Let's see how this works. Let's start from the bottom base. That is, when a person is no longer alive, the first thing that happens is they stop breathing. So, breathing marks the difference between being alive or not. Now, look, what an interesting question. What does your body do when you breathe that keeps you alive? There is one thing your body does when you breathe, and that one thing is what keeps you alive. What is it? Well, look, if you thought it was oxygenating, if I do this, I could die. I can't keep doing that for a long time. I can't keep inhaling and oxygenating for a long time. If I only do that, it's over. So oxygenating is not the only thing your body does that keeps you alive. It's something else. Look, when you inhale, you introduce oxygen. Oxygen is alkaline. When you exhale, you expel carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is the acid that comes out of the exhaust pipe of your cells as a result of the work your cells are doing 24 hours a day, every day of the year. All your cells work all the time. So, as your cells function, they release carbon dioxide. It's acidic. Since excess acidity would kill you, every time you exhale, you expel that acid. And every time you inhale, you introduce alkaline oxygen. Conclusion: what your body does when breathing that keeps you alive is balance the pH. Now, what does the pH depend on? On the charges we talked about in the previous video. Why? Because, remember the battery example. If I have a battery that is discharging, the charges become unbalanced. The battery enters oxidative stress. There comes a point when the battery is depleted. When the remote no longer works and the battery is depleted, if I forget about the battery and leave it there, and after 6 months I take that battery out of the remote control, that battery will be rusted. Obviously, this is oxidative, but it will also have some acidic salts. That is to say, the battery became so acidic that it died. So here we have a link between 3 concepts which are the most important for your health. Stress, oxidation, acidity, and oxidative stress go hand in hand. They are synonymous when the charges are unbalanced. You have the red light on, you have an acidic pH. And furthermore, the acidic pH of oxidative stress generates low energy. And when the energy drops to limits that are unsustainable for your body stops functioning and you move to another plane of existence. So look, if this hand represents the bottom limit, where if you lower the pH, that is, if the charges become unbalanced, generating a more acidic pH below this, you move to the next plane. And up here, we represent that your cells function perfectly well. So, this hand represents that you have red at 100%, and this hand represents that you have green at 100%. We are all somewhere in between where we have green or red, or a little more green than red, or a little more red than green, or the red very bright. Therefore, how do I know where I am? How do I know if I have the red or the green on? Well, look, like your brain. It is programmed so that everything it does in the body is to balance the charges, or in other words, regulate the pH, to avoid oxidative stress, because that's what causes all the problems. Your brain is constantly balancing the pH, balancing charges, balancing pH, balancing charges. It's the same thing, okay? By balancing the charges, it balances the pH. So, since your brain is there to protect you, you will never be able to hold your breath long enough to move to another plane of existence. You can't commit suicide by holding your breath. Your brain won't let you. In the worst case, you faint. Therefore, if this is the limit of acidic pH that my body can withstand while alive, and below that, you're no longer alive. And imagine that you have the bright red around here, because up here would be green, and down here is red. If you are here, how can you know? Well, since when we inhale and exhale, we introduce alkalinity and expel acidity. If you stop breathing, the carbon dioxide being released by all the cells in your body at this moment starts to acidify your body. Now, from wherever you are, you start to go down, 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 and when you reach here, your brain will forget you. Breathe to raise the pH, because if it drops further, it's over. Now, when you hold your breath, it will take you X amount of time to get here. Now, if you were up here and had the green working and you hold your breath, the moment you start holding it, it starts to drop. They would take more time. Therefore, look. The way in which you can ask your brain, which is the most precise tool, the one that has all the information and processes data at the fastest and most efficient speed that exists in the world. There is nothing in the world made by man that has superior capabilities to your brain. Therefore, if we manage to ask your brain, where are you? Within this range, if the red or green light is on, your brain knows exactly which one it is and how it is. How do we do it? Very easy. You are going to take a deep breath through your nose or mouth, whichever is more comfortable for you. Exhale deeply. And when you have expelled all the air, hold your breath and time it. I will first tell you the results so you can measure. Look, this is the range. Up here is the green, down here is the red, and in the middle, the different shades between red and green. Now, if you hold for less than 30 seconds, you're around here. The red is on in less than 30. If you hold for 30 seconds, the red and green are equally active. If you hold between 30 and 45 seconds, the red is on, but the green is a bit stronger. If you hold for more than 45 seconds, the green is very on and the red is off or practically off. So, the goal is to hold for more than 45 seconds while doing an inhalation, an exhalation. When you've exhaled all the air, hold your breath, time yourself, and we'll see how you are. I'm going to show you how I am so you can see that it's real, how it works, that it's like this. Let's go. Here I have the stopwatch. Let's do it. First inhalation, exhalation, and I hold. See you next time. 1 minute. 3. I have the green at full. Now you have to check how you are. If you have less than 30 seconds doing this exercise, the red is very active. In that case, I invite you to get in touch with the person who provided you with this information. And if you found me on the internet, write to me in the comments of this video. I will get in touch with you, we will schedule a free appointment, and I will explain everything to you. You can do the same with the person who gave you this video, who will have this information to provide you with the correct recommendations. For what purpose? So that you can turn off the red and fully turn on the green. As you just saw, I have it turned on. What happens when you have the green turned on? Check the previous video. Your health is safe, protected. You can have peace of mind knowing that all your cells are functioning at full capacity. If you haven't lasted more than 45, then you have it to a greater or lesser extent. The red turned on. And if you review the previous video after a summary of 300,000 studies, you already know what science says about what could happen. Now you have the tool to ask your brain exactly how you are at this moment. And you can also repeat this test as many times as you want. Every 2 days, every 3 days, once a week, to verify how you were at the starting point. You make changes in your daily life, in your routine. Take the test. If you last longer, it means you are improving. Keep going that way. Do you want to try a new supplement? Take the test after 2 or 3 days. If you last longer, that supplement is helping you. If you last less, what you are doing is not working. Now you know you have the power to try something because someone told you it was good, but you no longer have to rely on other people's opinions, nor wait a year or 3 months to see if it is good or not. You now have the power to ask your brain if what you are doing is turning off the red and taking you to the green, or the opposite. And with this power, with this information, you will be able to see the dangers long before they happen. And if you are already in danger, take action now. And if you want to go fast and want someone to guide you step by step on how to do it, get in touch with the person who gave you this information. And if you found me online, write to me in the comments so I can directly advise you. A big hug and use this information wisely with yourself and with everyone you know. See you